Hello friends, I am Dr. A.S. Banne, Assistant Professor, TRK College of Commerce, Kolhapur. Today we are going to discuss importance of entrepreneurship. That is in the second topic, entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship development. Importance of entrepreneurship. Friends, we have already seen in the last video meaning of entrepreneurship. So actually, friends, entrepreneurship means udyojakta. Udyojakta. So entrepreneurship means it is the process. It is the process of setting up of business, running a business, consisting of risk bearing, innovation, etc. It also consists of assembling of resources, assembling of factors of production, land, labor, capital, etc. To start an enterprise or to establish an enterprise. So then, why entrepreneurship is important? Not only for that particular entrepreneur, but also for an economy or for a country. That we are going to discuss now. The first point is entrepreneurship, that is udyojakata, reduces unemployment problem. Friends, you are well aware that is right from 11th standard. You have seen in economics and even in commerce that in India the unemployment problem is very severe. It is the basic problem before our economy. Now, if you look at entrepreneurial activities are those activities who can help to reduce the unemployment problem. उद्योजकता जर वाढीला लागली तर बेकारी आपोआपच कमी होईल. ओके, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट म्हणजे बेकारी. How is it? Because entrepreneurial activities, entrepreneurship we find in all areas of our life. Maybe production activity, maybe marketing activity or service activity. Production of anything may be related to agricultural sector or may be related to industrial sector. There is a scope for entrepreneurship. If any entrepreneur comes forward and establishes an industry or an enterprise in agricultural sector or in industrial sector or in any other sector, he creates employment opportunities. Again, whatever he produces to sell. Okay, तो विकण्यासाठी काहीतरी तयार करतो. And when he undertakes that marketing activity also needs huge amount of labor or workforce. Okay, and service sector is there. Here the spelling of service is misprinted. It is typographic mistake. Service, it has become some service, etc. It is actually service, service. Service sector, that is banking, insurance, transportation, travel, tourism. These are the service sector. So in this sector also there is a entrepreneurship. There are entrepreneurial activities. So they create again number of job opportunities in this sector also. So if you take economy as a whole, you will find that majority of the employment opportunities emerge from production, marketing and service activities. Production, marketing and service entrepreneurship. Okay. They need different types of labor, different types of workforce, skilled labor, unskilled labor, or one more category is there, semi-skilled labor. Skilled labor are trained, they know how to do the work. Those types of workers are also required in the industries, in the enterprises. Unskilled workers are also required to support those skilled laborers or to do other activities, and semi-skilled workers are also required. So this creates the employment opportunities in different sectors of the economy. Therefore it is necessary that entrepreneurial activity should grow, entrepreneurship should develop. So that will definitely help us to reduce the unemployment problem in our country. The second point of importance of entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship helps to increase income level. Now, income level of the individuals, of the entrepreneur, and of the economy or of the nation. Just now we saw that entrepreneurial activities create employment opportunity, job opportunities. When job opportunities are created, 101% the income level of the people increases. Okay, and income level of the people increases, production increases, marketing activities and services activities increase. That means overall income of the nation, overall income of your country also increases. The entrepreneurs make use of resources in the country, they increase production, use technology, and because of that income of that entrepreneur and everybody increases. That helps. पुढे आणखी काय पॉईंट्स येणार आहेत. एकंदरीत उद्योजकता वाढल्यामुळे नोकऱ्यांची उपलब्धता होतेच, त्यामुळे त्या कुटुंबाचे इन्कम लेवल वाढते, त्या उद्योजकाचे इन्कम लेवल वाढतं आणि अर्थातच त्यामुळे देशाचे सुद्धा उत्पन्न वाढत असतं. कारण हे उद्योजक आपल्याकडे असणारे जे काही साधन सामुग्री आहे, रिसोर्सेस, त्यांचा वापर करत असतात, उत्पादन वाढवण्याचा प्रयत्न करत असतात, नवीन तंत्रज्ञान वापरत असतात आणि त्यामुळं इन्कम लेवल एकंदरीत आपली वाढत असते. ठीक आहे, आणि यातून काही पुढे नवीन मुद्दे तयार होतात. This is the most important point, balanced economic development. Now friends, we know that economic development is must. Okay, there is no alternative. But only economic development is not enough. That development, that growth should be balanced. It should be spread in all regions of the country, in all geographical areas of the country, and the benefits of this economic growth, economic development should reach to all people, all types of people, or all strata of the society. As far as India is concerned, we find that Maharashtra is industrially developed developed state. Within Maharashtra, you will find that the districts like Gadchiroli, Chandrapur, Gondia, okay, Yavatmal, even the districts like Latur, etc., they are industrially not developed. Entrepreneurship has not developed properly. Whatever entrepreneurial activities are there, whatever industries are there, they are concentrated, they are centralized in certain areas, certain geographical areas. Say, for example, Mumbai and surrounding area, Pune and surrounding area, Aurangabad and surrounding area, and Nagpur and surrounding area. This type of development is not good for the country. Your industrial development is there, but it is not balanced. Some regions are developed, some regions are not developed. And therefore, friends, government has number of schemes. Those schemes provide concessions and subsidies to the entrepreneurs. And what entrepreneurs do? Entrepreneurs make use of these concessions, packages, etc. And with the help of this, they open their and they establish their entrepreneurial activities, their enterprises in remote areas, tribal areas, and rural areas. And because of that, these remote areas, these underdeveloped areas, they can come into mainstream. तर एकंदरीत हा मुद्दा असा आहे की देशाचा विकास जो आहे तो समतोल विकास असायला पाहिजे. सगळा जो काही भौगोलिक भाग आहे त्या ठिकाणी विकास असायला पाहिजे. पण आपल्याकडे दिसतं काय, काही विशिष्ट भागामध्येच उद्योगधंदे आहेत, ठराविक भागामध्ये नाही आहेत. मग त्याच्यासाठी सरकारच्या बऱ्याच योजना असतात. या योजनांचा उपयोग करून हे जे उद्योजक आहेत, एंटरप्रेन्युअर्स, हे काय करतात की दुर्गम भाग जे आहे, दुर्गम भाग, रिमोट एरियाज किंवा ग्रामीण भागामध्ये आपले उद्योग सुरू करतात आणि तिथले जे काही लोक आहेत त्यांना मुख्य प्रवाहामध्ये, मेन स्ट्रीम आणण्याचं काम करत असतात. प्लस whatever natural resources are available, whatever human resources are available in those areas, those resources are used. They were remaining unused. ते न वापरता पडून होते ती साधन संपत्ती. तर त्या ठिकाणी अशा दुर्गम भागामध्ये उद्योग सुरू केल्यामुळे तिथल्या साधन संपत्तीचा वापर चांगल्या पद्धतीने व्हायला लागला. अँड धिस हेल्प्स बॅलन्स्ड इकॉनॉमिक ग्रोथ, म्हणजे समतोल आर्थिक विकास. Then comes the fourth point, increase in foreign exchange. So many entrepreneurs, okay, they deal in international market. They undertake international trade. They export their products. They export the services. Okay, and because of that, our country gets foreign exchange. By using the modern technology, they make the goods in our country, and therefore you need not import those goods or those material from other country. That saves our foreign currency. Okay, many establishments, many entrepreneurs, they have their own branches, separate branches in abroad, in other countries. So that also gives the foreign exchange to the country. Say for example, Life Insurance Corporation of India, जे आपले लाईफ इन्शुरन्स कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया आहे, इट हॅज नंबर ऑफ ब्रांचेस इन फॉरेन कंट्रीज. इवन ग्रेट ब्रिटन, फिजी, मॉरिशियस, श्रीलंका या ठिकाणी त्यांच्या ब्रँचेस आहेत. मी फक्त एक उदाहरण सांगतो, रिलायन्स. दे आर डीलिंग इन इंटरनॅशनल ट्रेड अँड दॅट गिव्स यू फॉरेन एक्सचेंज. अँड फॉरेन एक्सचेंज इज इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर बाईंग द products which are not produced in our country, that is especially the fuel. Okay, so it helps to increase foreign exchange. Next point is society and entrepreneurship. Friends, just now we are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, and many times we were hit by different types of natural calamities like flood or the tsunami, etc. During this period, the corporate sector, that is the entrepreneurs, they help the society. They come for the rescue of the society. And therefore, there is a provision of CSR, corporate social responsibility. Many entrepreneurs, especially big entrepreneurs, they donate the funds to this social cause. Say for example, Tata Group donated more than 1,500 crores during this COVID pandemic. They adopt the villages. Okay, these entrepreneurs adopt the villages. They undertake tree plantation programs. So it is good for the society or well-being of the society. तर समाजासाठी सुद्धा हे उद्योजक काम करत असतात, कारण त्यांची एक जबाबदारी असते आणि त्या जबाबदारीतून ते समाजासाठी दान करत असतात. आणि अशा घटना ज्यावेळेस होत असतात, पूर वगैरे, त्यावेळेस सुद्धा ते मदत करत असतात. दिस इज इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ entrepreneurship. The next point is training to youth. Now many students, when they complete graduation, particularly BA, BCom and BSc students, they do not have the skill, practical knowledge regarding doing a particular task, doing a particular job. So these entrepreneurs, they help them to develop their skill. They help the youth, they help these students to develop the skills. How do they develop? They provide them on the job training, internship, And because of this internship, on the job training, etc., the confidence of these newly graduated student boosts, it increases. तर साधारणपणे बी ए बी कॉम झाल्यानंतर आपल्याकडे तसं काम करण्याचं स्किल कौशल्य हे बऱ्यापैकी नसतं. तर हे जे उद्योजक आहेत, हे अशा मुलांना इंटर्नशिपच्या माध्यमातून किंवा ट्रेनिंगच्या माध्यमातून त्यांना हे स्किल, त्यांना कौशल्य त्यांच्यामध्ये तयार करण्याला मदत करत असतात आणि त्यातून विद्यार्थ्यांचा त्या कॉन्फिडन्स वाढू शकतो. ठीक आहे. देन कम्स द ॲग्रिकल्चरल डेव्हलपमेंट. Even if we are talking about the entrepreneurship is also related to agriculture. Okay, entrepreneurship does not mean only big industries like Reliance and Wipro, this, that, etc. It's not like that. Entrepreneurship is there in agricultural sector also. So if the person starts any entrepreneurial activity or entrepreneurship in agricultural sector, he starts agro-based industry. That helps agricultural development. Okay, and whatever industries are there, other industries are there, they need raw material from the agricultural sector. So the farmers get a customer for their production. That helps the agricultural development. इथे दोन दृष्टीने विचार करा. एक, शेतीमधली उद्योजकता, त्यामुळे शेतीचा विकास व्हायला मदत होते. आणि दुसरं, आता जे काय बाहेर उद्योजक आहेत, कारखाने आहेत, त्यांना शेतीतला कच्चा माल आवश्यक असतो, ते शेतकऱ्याकडून खरेदी करतात, त्यामुळे शेतीचा विकास व्हायला मदत होते. दोन मुद्दे इथे लक्षात ठेवा. शेतीमधली उद्योजकता, आता तुम्ही म्हणणार शेतीमधली उद्योजकता म्हणजे काय? प्रोसेसिंग ऑफ कॅश्यू, हे काजू प्रक्रिया उद्योग, बरोबर आहे. हा उद्योग जो आहे हा शेतीशी निगडीत आहे. दिस इज ॲग्रो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. ॲपायरी म्हणजे मधुमक्षिका पालन वगैरे, मध काढणे वगैरे, लाईक दॅट नंबर ऑफ अदर opportunities are there in agricultural development. All that helps the agricultural development. Then comes the next point. Standard of living of the people increases because of entrepreneurship. We saw that entrepreneurial activities increase job opportunities. So income of the people increases. Definitely their standard of living increases. Okay, this is one point. Then entrepreneurs are innovators. They are creators. They are always in search of something new technology, new material, new product, etc. So all that helps them to make quality products. And because of competition, they always try to give best to the customer. Quality and comfortable product, luxurious products. And because of that, standard of living of the people improves. तर आपली स्टँडर्ड ऑफ लिव्हिंग, आपलं राहणीमान उंचावायला मदत करते. का? एक, तुमचं उत्पन्न वाढतं, जॉब ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी. दुसरं, इनोव्हेशन्स, जी काय सर्जनशीलता असते, नवीन काहीतरी करण्याची जी वृत्ती असते उद्योजकांची, त्यामुळे एक दर्जेदार पदार्थ तयार करण्याकडे त्यांचा कल असतो आणि त्यामुळे चांगल्या दर्जाचे पदार्थ ग्राहकांना मिळत असतात आणि त्यामुळे त्यांचं स्टँडर्ड ऑफ लिव्हिंग वाढायला मदत होते. द नेक्स्ट पॉईंट इज युटिलायझेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेस. Especially the natural resources, they are scarce, they are limited. Their use should be made very properly and carefully. Entrepreneurs take care of making use of available resources properly. Human resources are also there. So whatever human resources are there, they are also employed in their factory, in their enterprise, and they are also utilized for the well-being of their enterprise, for the well-being of society, for the well-being of country. ओके, म्हणजे आपल्याकडे जी काही साधनसामुग्री आहे त्यातला एक नैसर्गिक साधनसामुग्री आणि मानवी साधनसामुग्री म्हणजे पीपल, तर त्यांचा योग्य वापर करतात. आणि लास्ट पॉईंट, एंटरप्रेन्युअर्स ब्रिंग इनोव्हेशन. आता आपण थोडंसं बघितलेलं आहे ते की दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट फीचर of the entrepreneurs that they are innovative in nature, they are creative in nature, they are always in search of new opportunity, they are in search of new methods of doing the work, they accept the change, and because of competition there is no alternative before them, so they go for innovations, they do the innovations, they make the changes, they introduce the changes to meet the customer needs, because customer needs also change every day. ग्राहकांच्या गरजा, their expectations, त्यांच्या अपेक्षा ह्या दररोज बदलत असतात, बरोबर. So according to their expectations, the entrepreneurs try to mold their activities, try to change their activities, and accordingly they bring innovation. Okay. So friends, thank you very much. If you have any difficulty, you are always free to ask. Hmm? Okay, whenever there is a live lecture, you can just ask me the doubt, or at the time of you can call me on telephone also. Thank you very much.